The Free Enterprise Institute was founded in 1976 to promote, obviously, free enterprise and the related concepts of limited government, a virtuous citizenry, obedience to the Constitution, and a respect for the principles upon which the American Republic was founded. And we work with teachers and students in the Houston area where we're located, and really teachers from other areas. And the Imaginative Conservative, which is our online journal, which promotes the principles of the Free Enterprise Institute that I just discussed, also promotes the good, the true, and the beautiful, as we like to say. The Imaginative Conservative really enables us to amplify the work of the Free Enterprise Institute so that we reach a national audience and a worldwide audience. At the Imaginative Conservative, we have 450 authors. We have 3,000 essays that we've published. In fact, if you publish them in book form, they would equate to about 16 copies of Tolstoy's War and Peace. So that's how much content there is on the Imaginative Conservative. So it's an online journal for anyone who's really seeking the true, the good, and the beautiful. We have essays on politics, on culture, on economics, of course, on literature, even film reviews, book reviews. So it's a journal that really has a wide appeal.
The most effective tool from the Imaginative Conservative is definitely our accessibility to readers. We offer 2 posts a day, and the posts are not very, very long essays. They're 2,000 or 3,000 words tops. And so that's a very easy read for people. But in that easy read, you get a lot of hard-hitting ideas, which speaks to the talent of our writers. Because as a writer, philosophy major, it's very, very hard to distill your thought down and to be able to say, these are the thoughts I have inside myself, and I'm going to give them to everyone else in a way that's accessible and understandable. It's very, very hard to do that. But all of our writers at the Imaginative Conservative do an excellent job of taking these values and the traditions and the customs that they respect and love and translating them into a format, an online journal that is disseminated all over the world. We've posted over 3,000 essays. We have writers that contribute from Europe, from America, and our influence is far-reaching, and it's just a testament to the work that our editors have done and all of our writers and everyone. It's just a very, very good enterprise that they're embarking on.
The Imaginative Conservative is really helpful in reaching people with the true principles of conservatism because it's able to not only show people some of the work that's been done in the past in these areas and kind of select key works and essays and selections of thought that's been brought down to us from the past, but also they're able to give us access to thinkers in the present day who are sometimes being published out there in some small publications, but really not to the scope that the Imaginative Conservative offers. The Imaginative Conservative is able to broadcast the information that these people are writing, their thought, in a way that's really important today. And the Imaginative Conservative is really kind of on the cutting edge of exactly how we need to reach people these days, really to be able to touch on key issues that are on things that are happening in the moment, being able to offer cultural commentary on something that happened last week or over in Europe or something like that. You've got to be able to get that information out a little bit more quickly, and the Imaginative Conservative is able to publish this information online so people can have it in their hands. It's more cost effective because it just doesn't cost as much to publish something online as it does to print it all out and to have all that process going on. So the Imaginative Conservative is really positioned in a wonderful way to be able to get the word out about important issues in the moment in a cost-effective way, and that's really one of the most important ways to reach people these days.
Well, we have been fortunate in our time here to be able to draw upon the great conservative tradition, both in the United States but also in England and kind of the best of all of the Western tradition. And Dr. Kirk certainly is the modern American representative of a traditional conservative understanding of what it is to live a human life with dignity and fullness and what is the expression of that within the community, within the republic, within our civilization. So he was very concerned with preserving the best, the true, the good, and the beautiful, the best of our culture, both in terms of what people often talk about today in terms of economics and politics, preserving the best of our traditions, but also in a broader sense, and doing it culturally in terms of liberal education and art and literature and philosophy, the kind of things that not only help us to make a living, but help make a life worth living.
There are three principles that Russell Kirk taught and that were core ideas for his thinking that the Imaginative Conservative and the Free Enterprise Institute carry on, I think. One is that freedom and private property are intimately connected. Another is that morality is central for a republic to function and thrive. The third is that it's important to learn from history over just trying something totally new.
Well, in this world, there's a lot of falsehood and evil and ugliness, and all you need to do is turn on your television to see this, from lying and corrupt politicians and their cronies to violence in our streets, violence in faraway places, to the latest monstrosities of so-called art that are created and put in our public squares. There's a real decay here in Western civilization, and that's what our online journal focuses on battling. We promote the opposite of that, the good things, what God has given us, which is goodness and truth and beauty.
The Free Enterprise Institute has cultivated my learning by encouraging me to think critically and interact with the great texts of the Western tradition, and also with the great thinkers, because when you read a book, you don't just read the words, you read the thoughts of the person who wrote it. And I think that's one of the most valuable things that I've learned throughout the years that I've known about the Free Enterprise Institute and all of the seminars and conferences that they give, is that there are people who write the books, and there are people that we respect and we come to love because we read their works over and over and over again. And as much as we try to, think like them and to take on their thought, it shows that there's something valuable about that thought, and there's something that is permanent. There's something that's staying with us. It strikes a chord in our hearts, and it showed me as a student that there is something worth fighting for. There is something worth learning. Like, too often you find lots of people who don't read the classics anymore. They just read the up and coming, the new young adult literature, which there's value to be found in that as well, but it's not a lasting value. And that's what the Free Enterprise Institute and the Imaginative Conservative offers to his readers and the participants in all their conferences, is something lasting, something more permanent. And that's the true, the good, and the beautiful, because that's something from a higher power, and that's what that is. And that's what it's taught me.
Well, it's our hope that we continue to grow and thrive, both the Free Enterprise Institute and its programming, so that we can continue to educate teachers and students in the Houston area and beyond. And again, using the Imaginative Conservative as that amplifier of what we bring to local programming, to amplify that throughout the world is our real goal.